Hello YouTube, with the release of the 15 and the 17-inch MacBook Pros for 2011, there's even less of a difference when it comes to spec. So a lot of differences comes with physical properties of the whole thing. And let's start with that. Physical properties. The weight between the 15 and the 17-inch is an 18% difference. Now, put that into context, the weight between the 13 and the 15-inch MacBook Pro is a 24% difference. Height, width, depth, it's all in the graph, it's all in the table down below. And the most important one is volume. There's a 19% difference in volume from the two laptops, from the 17 and the 15-inch. Let's take a look at the resolution. As you can see on the new table in front of you, I've compiled resolution differences between the 15 stock, 15 high-res, and the 17 stock. Yes, you can get a high-res display for the 15-inch MacBook Pros for this year. Bigger resolution pretty much means bigger working space on your computer. Now, the difference between the 15 stock and the 15 high-res is a 36% difference. And between the 15 high-res and the 17 stock is a measly 30.6% difference. Now, a huge difference between the 15 stock and the 17 stock is a 77.78% difference. That is a huge difference. Now, consider this. If there is a 100% difference between the two, that means you can fit twice as much. So you're approaching, you can fit 3/4 as much stuff in your screen between the 15-inch stock and the 17-inch high-res or stock. Now, there's a few questions from the forums that I've been trolling around where they ask, what is the difference between glossy and matte? And pretty much the difference is glossy gets richer colors and deeper blacks. Now, there are some people on the forums that say, well, no, matte gets richer colors. But yeah, it actually depends on your preference. So I would suggest that you drop by the Apple Store, and they're probably going to have two side by side there. So just drop by and put two laptops side by side to see which one you like better. Do you like matte or do you like glossy? Now, of course, matte is really, really useful for sunny, big, bright, days. And yeah. Now, if you're concerned about getting a 15-inch and you want the high resolution, you can also get an external monitor for your MacBook Pros. External monitors are really expensive from Apple. I would suggest getting it from Dell or those places. But if you really want to stick with Apple, the 27-inch external monitor, really, really nice. Also, what's even nicer is this 30-inch cinema display from Apple. They don't make it anymore, but if you hit Craigslist or eBay, Amazon, look for a used version. Really, really top-notch, top-of-the-line screens. Expensive, though. Now, you ask yourself, what am I going to use the resolution for? Because as I said, bigger resolution means more working space in your laptop. Well, if you're a professional or maybe a semi-pro or an enthusiast and you want to do video editing, just like what I do video editing, and you want as much space in there as you can so that you don't have to, scroll all over the place and, everything is just there. Another good thing is if you're a photographer and you take high-res photos, well, you can view them in a bigger and high-res screen compared to the 15-inch stock screen. And the final physical differences between them are ports. There are 3 USB ports in the 17-inch MacBook Pro and only 2 in the 15-inch. Now, there's also a SD card, SDXC card reader on the 15-inch MacBook Pro, and the 17-inch skimps out on that. Instead, it has an express card slot. Now, you might be asking yourself, what am I going to use an express card slot for? What is it good for? I have no idea. Well, I made a video, and click on somewhere in the annotation. I want to stick an annotation somewhere in here. Click on that or somewhere down below. But the gist of it is you can buy an aftermarket card reader, stick it in that express card slot. You can buy a mouse, like a little tiny mouse that just sticks in there, and express card slot charges it, and when you need it, you pull it right out. And I guess that's it. That's all. That's the difference between the 15 and the 17. Now I'm talking about the 15-inch, the higher end 15-inch, and the 2011 17-inch. Thanks for watching, guys.